Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a quick divine masculine, divine feminine energy check-in. So thank you for tuning in. Let's get right in. All right, Spirit, I've already blessed and shuffled the deck. And let's see what's going on. So Spirit, what is the masculine's environmental energy currently? That was very fast. So we have exhausted. We have exhausted, and it says exhausted and resistance, right? Spirit showed me this at the bottom of the deck and I refused to take it. But look, it's funny because look at how the horse is kind of like digging its feet in the ground. But what I'm getting is that the masculines have been resisting feeling the connection between the divine feminine, and this is how he feels, exhausted. It's also because I feel like they've been putting their energy elsewhere, thinking that it was the right thing to do, and now they're realizing that that's really what's draining them, because they're moving in a direction that they're not meant to go in. So what I'm seeing is the masculine doing the mundane things, the routine, and it's getting very, very tiresome. So what I'm feeling is that they're no longer wanting to resist the connection with the feminine, because they're realizing again that they were putting their energy into the wrong thing. And when they have put energy into the connection between, the feminine and themselves, they feel an energy of aliveness is what I'm hearing. Because look at this horse, right? You could see the bones. It's like they're tired of resisting is what I'm getting. So in their environment, it's an energy of exhaustion because they have been resisting putting the energy into the feminine, right? They've been draining themselves. So it's when the masculine runs away from the feminine or pushes the feminine away or resists the connection, they're really doing that to themselves. So in essence, them giving away and putting their energy elsewhere into a karmic partner, a karmic job, or whatever the case, instead of allowing this to occur naturally, the connection between the masculine and the feminine, they exhaust themselves. And that's what they're realizing. So sometimes you are put in situations thinking that that's what you want, just to experience that that's not what you want at all. And it helps you focus on what it is that you actually do want. So this is actually helping the masculine come to terms and acceptance of shit. I've been draining myself, going around in circles, putting my energy where it doesn't belong. And I actually do want this connection with the feminine, because I feel like they're reminiscing on times when you guys spent together and they felt like it was just you two in the world and nothing else could come between you. And they felt so alive. So it's inciting this energy between them. I mean, inside of them, that it's igniting this energy inside of them is what I'm feeling. I'm hearing this is working in the connection's favor. So even if it seems like things aren't happening right now, that things aren't moving, trust that God is moving things behind the scenes is what I'm getting. All right, Spirit. So what is the overall energy of so that right there was the environmental energy of the masculine. What is the overall energy of the connection between the masculine and feminine currently? So that card wanted to come out. Give me one more card. All right, Spirit. So we have afraid. It says, when you are not with me, I feel afraid. I'm afraid to let you down. I'm afraid to let you down once you get to know me. I don't want to disappoint you, so I'm avoiding you. I have to overcome this and myself as you see. Well, before coming forward, before being ready. And then we have silence. I'm sorry for my silence. I just needed a break, and now I don't know how to reach out to you again. I'm afraid that you won't let me back. I know it's been a long time since we haven't spoke, but trust me, my love, I've missed you so much during this time, and I'm finding my way back to you soon. So like I was saying, the masculine is dealing with these fears that what I'm hearing is fear of disappointing. It's like I feel like in the past, it's been such a wishy-washy energy. They've come forward, but they couldn't maintain the energy or the frequency that you were at, so they had to level back down. And it's like every time they did that, they felt like a disappointment to you, because it's like they came forward, you guys experienced each other's energy, it felt amazing, and then it was like they had to go back, in a sense, down to the frequency where they're normally used to being at. This is all energetic. So right now, what I feel is like you guys are kind of working through your fears. Feminine, for you, how this is impacting you, it's kind of an energy of like, you're afraid that because you're not talking, or you haven't talked in a while, that they're never going to come forward again. And that this connection there's a fear of being abandoned, right? As for the masculine, it's just a fear of disappointing you. So it's like I have to stay back until I figure this out, and until I'm actually ready to come forward, is what I'm feeling in that sense. But I'm also getting that this silence is breaking. And I say this because look at the darkness here, right? But then there's also this light shining down on this masculine. I'm hearing everything is going to be okay. It's almost like in this silence, they're spending time with God, source, whatever, you get what I mean. All right, so let's see. Let's tap into the tarot now and see what's going on. That's overall energy of the connection. All right, Spirit, so what is in the masculine's headspace when it comes to this connection between, what was I saying? There's some type of clarity here in the silence. Because of this light coming through, it's shining right on his head. It's shining down on the fears. And there is a willingness to face these fears is what I'm feeling. Look, in his headspace, we have the Ace of Swords. It says triumphant success. What I'm hearing is clarity, though. There's breakthrough here. Look at how this sword is coming out of the ground. I'm also hearing rebirth. So the rebirth is happening in the masculine's mind. And this is in the headspace. So it's like the masculine is coming to terms with the truth, being honest with themselves, being honest with other people. But I'm hearing that the being honest with other people is taking a little bit of time, right? So it's like the truth gets revealed to them in a sense. And it's like they have to walk in that energy. And then it's like let's say Spirit will be like, oh, this person is not for you. Not you per se, but like if they're in a karmic connection, it's like what they thought they knew about that person that they were with, it's like Spirit is revealing the actual true colors of that person. And it's like they have to marinate in that energy first, kind of, so that it can get confirmed to them further. So in actuality, it's like they have to see to believe. They're getting this insight from the divine is what I'm getting. And I'm hearing Spirit saying to them, like, that person is not for you. It's like you're heading the wrong way. You need to change directions. So it's like, in essence, it's like they're coming to terms with what they already knew in the past, It's like they already knew subconsciously that the person that they're with or the job that they're at, whatever the case, has been hindering them, has not been serving them. And now they're seeing it for what it really is and not what they want it to be. That's the gist of it. So it's like the masculines had these rose-colored glasses on. And now they're taking those rose-colored glasses off. And they're listening to their intuition is what I'm getting. They're getting clarity. Clarity of belief is what I'm hearing. All right. I don't know if I want to... No, I don't. I was going to say I'll clarify these energies, but I'm not going to clarify. So what is in the masculine's heart space currently when it comes to the connection with the feminine? So we have the Three of Swords, but it came out in the reverse. And when this card comes out like this, in the upright, it says heartache and lost. Heartache and loss, right? But when this card comes out in the upright, I see it as clarity, right? Well, not clarity so much, but it's just like they're coming to terms with the heartache, how they caused this heartache. The fact that there's a window behind, again, on their head is, again, clarity of belief. They're seeing the error of their ways is what I'm getting with this in the reverse. And there is I'm hearing potential to heal, but what I'm mainly getting is that there's a willingness to heal. So I'm hearing where they were in the upright, it's heartache. And you know, when your heart breaks, when you're going through a breakup or whatever the case, it's like you go into victim mode and you're like, oh, this is, you know, like, this is terrible. Like, what could I have done? This isn't this. Like, you know, it's just going straight into victim mode. But what I'm hearing is that they are becoming alchemists in the sense of like, they're realizing that this heartache is happening for a reason. Spirit is also telling me that, yes, it may be current energy, but the energy is kind of lingering. So it may take time for this to kind of come down into the physical. So what I was getting at is that they are no longer playing the victim. It's like they're taking responsibility, is what I'm hearing, for the heartache that they've caused you. So it's like they're learning to forgive themselves with the healing. And in order for them to come forward and ask for forgiveness, they have to forgive themselves. And that takes time. That's why I'm saying that it's going to take time for this energy to manifest into, like, it's happening, but it's happening. Usually it takes a long time, but what I'm feeling is that there's a rapid healing occurring. So instead of the masculine focusing on the hurt and the pain that they've caused, they're taking responsibility for what they've done. And they're taking the lessons that they've learned from these experiences that they've gone through, and they're applying them into their current energies. So as they're becoming this alchemist, turning their pain into power, it's like they're not looking at it as heartbreak. They're looking at it as the crack in the heart when it breaks is how the light gets in. So they're allowing the light to come in. They're not closing off their heart, is what I'm feeling towards this connection. So if they've suffered pain and loss through their karmic connections, they're not allowing themselves to close off their hearts like they have in the past, because they don't want to continue the same cycle that they did. If they do that and they leave a karmic partner, they will continue to recreate the same scenario over and over and over again. And I'm getting that they're not trying to do that. I'm also hearing that quote that says, when you do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different outcome, like, that's insanity, you know? So they're realizing this. And look, we have at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant, which says wisdom, which is learning from basically like the experiences that you've gone through, applying that knowledge in order to not make the same mistakes. So I'm going to take that as a clarifier for the heartache. For, well, the heart space. So I'm getting that there's an ultimate healing going on here. Clarify this Hierophant for me. Look, what did I say? The Magician. It says awareness. This is the Alchemist. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm hearing things are coming around full circle. Look, the veil has lifted. And look, they're coming alive. I say that because look at the color down here, right? It looks like black and white. But as the veil lifts, it's like this masculine comes alive again. And that's what they're realizing with their energy in the physical, their environmental energy. It's like the thoughts of you is what brings how they felt with you in the past. That hope of being able to experience that connection again is what's forcing them or inspiring them to change and become better individuals, so that they won't continue to align with karmic energies, because they know that this is a divine connection. That's what I'm getting here. All right, so that's in the heart space. So yes, their heart may have broken, and your heart may have broken. Their heart is breaking because they realize that they've broken your heart by their actions and behavior. So they're taking responsibility. That's what I'm getting here. Whew, that was a lot. All right, Spirit. So what is the guidance coming through from the masculine soul? What is the masculine soul? Okay, all three cards wanted to come out. Look, the third eye. The third eye. It's like their third eye is wide open right now. So they're like, I feel like they're collaborating, and I say that because look, we have the Three of Pentacles, and this is an energy of collaboration. I feel like they're collaborating with their higher self right now. Wow, look, we have the Three of Wands. Look, it says partnership and alliances. So it's like they're partnering with their higher self right now. They're listening to their intuition, is what I'm feeling ultimately. Their intuition is guiding them to come forward and partner up with the divine feminine, because this card is also a card of union. And I say that because look at how these two people are holding hands. This is masculine and feminine as well, with these two different colors, the pink and the blue. They're being encouraged by their higher self to partner up with the divine energy that you bring. It's like they're being shown who you truly are to them. They're figuring this out. In the past, they kept resisting it. They knew subconsciously that this was a divine and special connection, but they continued to go back into karmic connections thinking that they were doing the right thing. Oh, it wasn't just a fling. I've been with this person for so long. Maybe the families of the person expected that. In normal connections, 3D connections, that's what happens. It's there's this pattern of you date a person for a very long time, and it's by year 2, you're expected to get married or engaged, and then the marriage comes and then have children. It's they're breaking free from that. Because I feel like they've always wanted to go against the grain, but have found themselves in connections where that was what was expected of them. Even though it wasn't what they wanted. But they had to put up a front, a mask, in order to be liked by the person's families and to be loved or felt loved by the person that they were with, because they were scared to be alone. But they realized that with you, feminine, the connection is not like that. I swear to God, it's when they met you, it's everything they wanted it. It's not that somebody wanted it for them. They wanted it. They wanted to, and everything happened so naturally. Let's say if the karmic wants them to take pictures and post on social media, they didn't want to do that. But when they were with you for that short time, they were the ones who were initiating it, and we're oh, maybe we should take a picture, or da-da-da-da. They were the ones who wanted it, is what I'm getting at. And that's what is being shown to them now, how your connection flowed organically. And that they didn't have to be pressured into wanting it. So they're realizing now that in them resisting, they drain themselves, because they're kind of putting up a wall, or were putting up a wall between what they kind of wanted. The karmic acts as a shield from them feeling what they actually feel for you. So let's say they are in a connection with a karmic person. They keep them there as a wall, in a sense, or as an excuse, oh, I can't be with you because I'm with somebody already. So it keeps them from actually feeling their feelings. And Spirit's that's enough. And that's what they're feeling. That's the energy that they're feeling. That Spirit is telling them, you can't unsee this anymore. The connection that you have with the feminine. The soul is just nudging. It's time. It's enough. That's it. You can't continue to lie to yourself. All right, based off this guidance from the masculine soul, what potential actions will they be taking, moving forward with the feminine, inclusive with this new moon in Scorpio that we're about to have? So how is this energy from the soul? Look, we have the 3, another 3. This is the solar plexus chakra. And I feel like the solar plexus is... it is a willingness. It is having the willpower. It is gaining the courage. It's following your intuition. Let me see. There is a word associated with it. What is it? Oh, chakra. So it's I can. So if in the past, you see how I was saying how the masculine was I can't do anything about this connection because I'm with someone. Now they're I can do this. And it deals with the adrenal glands. The adrenal has to deal, I feel with the fear. So they're moving past that fear. Look, with the shadow at the bottom of the deck, this is the moon card. The fears that have been coming up from the subconscious mind, that they have been suppressing. It's right now, look, it's they're working in unison, the dark and the light. One cannot exist without the other. They're facing their fears when it comes to this connection and realizing that they can actually do this. Clarify the shadow. Why is the moon card here? Thank you. We have the throat chakra. So I'm hearing expression, right? That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing expression. I feel like the energy is moving. I feel like there was a block. Notice how we have the solar plexus chakra, right? After the solar plexus, if we're moving from the top to the bottom, we have, after the solar plexus comes the heart. And then after the heart comes the throat chakra. So what I'm feeling is that, oh my God, look, Spirit is showing me the two colors. Look at how the colors match, right? In the middle here, we have the heart. This to me feels like the heart. It's like there was a blockage there. There was a blockage there because there was a resistance. Look at the colors again. Look at the colors again. There was a resistance there, but there was a block in the heart, and it wasn't allowing the energy to move between the solar plexus upward. And that block has been removed. We have the base chakra. That's so funny that all of this is happening in the action space because of this full moon. I feel, well, new moon. This new moon is coming through to break through all of these barriers is what I'm hearing. The base chakra, the root chakra, has to deal with fear. If you're fearful, you feel unstable. You're not able to move forward. Well, that's what I'm saying. All of this is changing because the masculines are standing in their power. Clarify this base chakra. Why is the base chakra here? Look, we have a star. The energy of hope. The energy of being able to move forward because, look, you have this one person here. If you look very closely, there's people around here. So the masculines are realizing that they can do this. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's funny because I'm looking around and there's no emotions here, right? There's no cup cards. But what I'm getting is that the masculine is feeling all of this very deeply, but they're not showing it because I feel like they're keeping a balance on their emotions so that they can see this. I don't want to say logically, but I just feel like sometimes when you feel too much, you allow your emotions to get in the way and it can cloud your judgment. It's not a bad thing that they're not, they're feeling into their feelings. I just feel like they're doing it very, like, they're not allowing the emotions to take over completely. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to pull from my deck right now. I'm going to pull and see what the masculine wants the feminine to know. So I'm going to take these 4 cards and let's see what comes out. We have 20, 75, 86, and number 2. All right, bear with me, guys, because I have to go through this deck and pull number 2. We have 86, 75. Excuse me. Fuck. I'm not sure where 75 is. I used to have these in order and then... Oh, bear with me. Okay, we have 75 and then 20. Let's see what the masculines want to confirm to you, feminine. What do they want you to know? Truth. I'm being honest with myself and with everyone around me now. What was I saying? What was I saying? With this Ace of Swords in their headspace. Yes, yes, masculines. Yes, they're being honest with themselves. In order for them to be truthful or honest with anyone else, they have to be honest with themselves first. I feel like it was exhausting to keep up this front and put on this, oh, I'm happy face to the people around them, but they weren't really happy. 75. I'm looking at your pictures, spying on social media. I said something about social media earlier, but I'm not sure what it was. I can't even remember. So I feel like they are very reminiscent about your pictures. Like, they miss your face. They want to see you. They want to, like, be around you. And this is as close as it can get for now, you know? I feel like they do feel safe doing that, but it's going to come to a point where it's just like, I can't take this anymore. Like, I need the physical contact. I need to be able to talk to them. I need that. And that's, I feel like, what's coming in with this energy here, because the star is a very healing energy. All this fear is being healed with this new moon that's coming in. It is a Scorpio new moon. Scorpio deals with rebirth. Scorpio deals with facing your fears and working through them. So, and I'm also hearing if you believe. If you believe. So it's like, you have to believe that all of this is possible. The masculines, I feel like, in the past didn't have this belief in themselves, where they felt they were always going to disappoint you. And now they're realizing, it's like, again, I've been putting my energy into the wrong thing, and I've been doing what I've been doing my best in this connection, in the karmic connection, and it just has never been enough. And they feel like they didn't deserve you, but I feel like this is all working in your favor, where it's like, they do so much in that karmic connection, and that karmic doesn't appreciate anything that they do, and they don't feel enough regardless. So it's like, with you, it's like, wow, even the most minimal time that I spent with my feminine in the past has always been enough. They've always told me this. Even if it's 5 minutes that you spend in their presence, it's always been enough. All right. 86. He says, thank you for understanding that I need space to process my emotions without me even saying anything. You know me better than anyone else. So what was I saying about the emotions going underneath the surface? You're realizing this. I mean, you have tapped into, you're tuned into their energy. So it's like, you're letting them go through whatever they need to go through currently, because you trust that they are doing what they need to do in order to bring this connection forward. Regardless of what has happened in the past, because I feel like in the past, you've felt this union energy coming forward, and then it's like, boom, the opposite happens. They go deeper into the connection with the karmic. And I feel like now it's like Spirit is telling you that this is actually happening, and there is a necessity for you to believe in the masculine, to trust in the masculine, to not have fear that this is actually happening. Because when you're in fear and you feel like you're going to be abandoned, it causes you to retract and go back into your old ways, where it was like, oh, I feel like I'm never going to hear from them. So you hit them up and you try to find out what's going on in the connection. And right now you're not doing that. You're just moving forward. You're living your life. You're just trusting that if this is meant for you, then it's meant for you, and it will happen. All right, number 2. I was a little scared and also turned on when you put yourself first and you set firm boundaries with me. I see your value because you acknowledged it within. You see what I'm saying? You moved forward even though you were scared. But again, it's because you have this self-respect within you, where it's like, in the past, I feel like, again, you would go back and forth. And that's why they would mirror that back and forth energy to you, you know, but nothing ever changed. And the fact that you have pulled your energy back, in a sense, where you're not contacting them, you're not reaching out to them. It's just like you're trusting God, and you're like, well, if this is what's meant to happen in my life and this person is meant to be with me, then I don't have to do much, because I've already done what I needed to do. You know, I've already given all that I could, and I'm going to give this energy back to myself. Once you give that energy back to yourself and you replenish your energy, it's the masculine does the same. And that's why they're feeling this energy. Remember, they weren't running from you. They were running from themselves. So they were depleting themselves in that connection with the karmic, giving everything to that karmic, just like you were giving everything to them, but you weren't getting anything back, and you were draining. It's like they're realizing that with that person. That's what's happening here. Is there anything else that you want us to know, masculine? I'm hearing the number 53, so I'm going to pull number 53 from here. Let's see what they want us to know. It says, I know that you will be an amazing mother and guide and model to our children. So these masculines here they want a future with you. They want to have children with you. I feel like they're restraining themselves and holding themselves back. Look, this card wanted to come out. It says self-respect. I value and respect you more for not tolerating with my bullshit. You inspire me to change and to elevate. Whew. All right, let's see. I feel like there's one more card that wants to come out. You know what? Let's see. I feel like the masculine wants to tap into their karmic connections and see what's going on. So, Spirit, what do the masculines want us to know about their karmic connection currently. What do they want us to know about their... Okay. So look at what it says here. Her and I are not being intimate with one another. I don't want her to touch me or kiss me. What was I just saying about them wanting to have children with you only? And here it says she is enabling my behavior. Lies, cheating, gaslighting. I don't feel like they're cheating. I feel like they may be gaslighting in the sense of like, let's say the karmic feels them distancing themselves. And they confront the masculine, and the masculines kind of try to hide it, and they're like, or like the karmic feminine would be like, oh, you don't spend time with me, like even if they live together. And the masculine's like, what are you talking about? Like, I live here with you. We spend all this time together. But giving somebody your time and giving somebody your presence is a very different energy. These karmic feminines are what they actually mean is that you're here, but you're not really here. They feel that. And the masculines are gaslighting them in that sense where it's like, I feel like it's happening subconsciously in the sense, but they also are kind of aware of it. That, yes, I'm here, but my mind is elsewhere. And that's how I feel like they were, I feel like, lying to themselves in the sense. Where it's like, I have this mask on where you think I'm happy, but I'm not really happy. But I feel like this energy is ending. I feel like this is what they can't take anymore. That's why I feel like the masculines feel unappreciated with these feminines, because with the karmic feminine, excuse me, that's what Spirit is telling me to say, with these karmic feminines, because it's like, I've given you everything that you wanted, basically. And I'm hearing that the masculines are resenting these karmics because even though it was their decisions to move forward and do and, whatever they did with these karmic feminines, they're resenting them for that because it has ruined the connection that they have with you. And that's what they're seeing right now. So what I was getting at with scenario, let's say like this karmic feminine is like, oh, again, you don't spend time with me. And the masculine's like, what are you talking about? We live together. But what she really means is you're here, but your presence isn't here. And the masculine is like, I've given you everything that you've wanted at this point. And this is why they feel unappreciated. Because it's just like, they feel like it's never going to be enough for these karmic feminines. It's always the same argument over and over and over and over again. These karmic feminines want more. They're leading the connection. In essence, they're in their masculine energy. These masculines were in their feminine energy. And now they're elevating into their masculine energy. So they're both masculines energetically and they're clashing. That's why these connections never work. Because they'll be in the same energies. They'll be in the same, like, either it'll be a feminine with a feminine or it'll be a masculine with a masculine and they clash. It's never a masculine and a feminine in those connections. That's why karmic connections never last. And that's what he's coming to terms with, that they've been going around in circles and it's just like, no matter what I give you, it's never going to be enough. So this is what's showing him. Spirit is showing him, like, you thought this is what you wanted, but now Spirit is showing him, no, I want more. And feminines, you are more. They're realizing that now, that whatever they did or whatever they would give you would always be like enough. You were fine with just being with them, even if it was just, an hour of their time or whatever the case. They're realizing that, but it's because they were in a different energy when they were with you. Yes, they were giving you time, but they were also giving you their full undivided attention and presence. That's the difference here. All right, Spirit, give me one card. Give me one more card. What are we allowed to know about these karmic connections? What do the masculines want us to know about these karmic connections? So it says, I need time to heal. Which is what I was saying here in the headspace. It's like these masculines, look what it says. I am no longer putting any effort into the connection between her and I. And I say he or she because it's just easier for us to, you know, I guess, identify ourselves with the energies. So, just put yourself in the story where you belong. All right, I feel like the masculines want to tell us something else. That was us tapping into the karmic connections. Let's see. So what do the masculines want the feminine, want their feminines to know at this time? What do the masculines want their feminines to know at this time? What do they want us to know? Thank you. And that card wanted to come out too. So it says unspoken. There is so much yet to be spoken. There's so much I want to say to you, but I find it difficult to put my feelings into words. Just know that you are very important to me. The depth of my love for you is beyond words. There's so much unspoken between us, which I will reveal to you soon. So there's a microphone here. And what I'm feeling is that, you know, sometimes before you go on stage that you're just like rehearsing your speech or whatever the case, right? It's like you tune the whole world out so that you can focus on your speech and what's going on here. So it's like I feel like they're releasing the anxiety before actually coming up to the stage, right? And then we have changing. I am working hard to change, to face up to all that I have been avoiding for so long. I know I need to do more, but I feel so exhausted and tired. What did we say? Exhausted. This is why there's the healing energy here. He's in the in-between. See? He's in between his old life and his new life right now. And that's why he feels so uncomfortable in the connection that he's in. I know I need to do more, but I feel so exhausted and tired. Your love is inspiring me to do the necessary changes in my life. What was I saying? What was I saying? I feel like the masculines are building up the strength and the tenacity and the discipline in order to come forward. And I say this because look at this masculine is at the gym and he's doing this rope stuff here. And if you've ever done that, you know what it takes. That exercise is not for the faint of heart. Look, and then we have unique here. It says, you are unique and special. I've never met anyone like you before. You have opened me up to things that I never knew were possible. I'm so strong because of the power of our love. You have opened my heart to the truth, and I'm very grateful for all of the lessons that we're both learning now. Look what it says. If in 3D connections, it feels like your heart is breaking. You victimize yourself, right? But he's realizing your energy has opened up his heart. He's realizing that his heart is allowing the light to come in. He's not closing his heart off to you. And that's what's coming through. Give me one more card, Spirit. How is this new moon in Scorpio affecting the connection between the masculines and the feminines? What effect will this new moon have on the masculines and the feminines connection? What is this new moon in Scorpio? How is it affecting the connection? Wow, it says new beginnings. I am ready to start again. I have realized what I was missing in my life, and that is you. This new love has given me a fresh perspective and has changed who I am. When I met you, after that, I've never looked back. I want to have a fresh new start with you. So it's bringing in a new beginning, but in order to bring about a new beginning, there has to be an ending, right? So I'm feeling it's an energy of ending the old ways that you guys had in this connection, but it's also the masculine ending the connections that he's been in, like these karmic connections, and putting an end to them. So it says, look, hold me. I need to feel your arms around me. Things are not right in my world, and I'm longing for you to embrace me today. Please send me your love so that I know everything will be okay. Didn't I say that earlier when I said I'm hearing everything's going to be okay? Wow. They want you to know that everything is going to be okay and you will be together again. I'm hearing one more card. Give me one more card, Spirit. What else do you want the feminines to know? Or how else is this energy of the new moon going to affect the connection? So this fell over here on top of his overall energy. So it says thinking, right? This is his environmental energy. It fell right on top of it. It says, I'm thinking about you at this moment. Thought of you have never leave my mind. No matter where I go, the songs I'm hearing remind me of you. It makes me more vulnerable, and I think about you even more. So that energy that he's in that connection and those connections is getting him to think about you and yearn about you and realize that what you have is real. And this is what's moving the connection forward. This new moon in Scorpio is going to have a huge impact on the connection. And I would expect communication moving forward. In whatever way, shape, or form that's coming, it's coming. Trust me. If you guys would like to book a reading with me, the information is in the description box below. Thank you for supporting me. Bye.